Now, folks, we have a ton of news about the fourth stimulus payment that you have to know. Joe Biden is making progress on the fourth stimulus payment, and it's good to know this because there's a ton of information about this stimulus check. First of all, looming cuts to monthly benefits are set to affect the millions of low income. In just a couple of days, many will notice smaller monthly benefit checks, and several Democrats want to take action on this. Many are trying to fall into food security, and now, when the crisis aid has boosted food stamp benefits cuts next week again, millions of the low-income Americans will see smaller balances in the accounts that they use to pay for groceries, leaving food banks bracing for a spike in demand. As of March 1st, the emergency allotment for individuals and households enrolled in federal SNAP program will end in 32 states, the District of Columbia, Guam, and the Virgin Islands. This means that the recipient households will see their monthly grocery allocation reduced by at least $95. And according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, that equates to cutting roughly $9 per person on average, for about $6.10. And the change comes when food prices in January had increased 10% over the same last month. For instance, a deputy undersecretary for the USDA administers the SNAP program and acknowledged that SNAP benefits have proved to be very powerful for recipients. And now Dean even stated that this can't be underscored enough in the difference of it's making a huge mitigating increase in hunger and addressing economic hardship and poverty. She added that while the program's expiration will be difficult, the extra aid delivered was always designed to be temporary. More than 40 million people participated in SNAP as of October, in the latest period for which the federal data was available. Participation hasn't even previously surpassed that level since the summer of 2020, and the program's total cost for fiscal year 2021 was only $113 billion. That included 9 months of a 15% increase to the maximum benefit as part of this emergency allotment. But research by the Urban Institute found that the enhanced SNAP benefits are going to keep 4.2 million people above the poverty line. And food banks in those areas say they've seen sharp demand for SNAP, and the benefits are reduced, and relief organizations in the remaining states are now scrambling to strategize what to do. Because in Georgia, which ended its enhanced benefits last May, and the Atlanta Community Food Bank told NBC News that the visits had increased 34% through December. In October, the USDA issued a 12.5 cost of living adjustment to the maximum SNAP benefit. But the full impact on recipients' finances is a period of high inflation remaining unclear. And the eligible low-income people in California of Sonoma County will begin to receive a $500 a month in 2-year trial of new guaranteed income program. Universal Basic Income Program is the way, because the county released another Pathway to Income Equity pilot program, which mirrors similar programs to the state and provide guaranteed payments to households and families experiencing poverty. The first pilot program in the state was launched in Stockholm in 2019, Stockton, and the city gave some low-income residents $500 a month, which helped in so many ways. Officials say that participants got the full-time employment at twice the rate of those who were not in the program, and that people spent the money on basic foods like food and utilities and things they really need in their life. So I agree, everybody, and it's a great decision from President Biden to send out the fourth stimulus check. He should definitely do more for the American people.
To turn that on. And you decided at an early age, and your country and we all benefit from that work. So thank you. So to everyone here, all of Dwayne's friends, our president, Joe Biden, members of our cabinet who are here, members of the Congressional Black Caucus, and to everyone here, and in particular our young leaders, thank you all for your leadership and for us all being together this afternoon. So during Black History Month, we celebrate all of those who through courage and conviction, through resistance and resilience, from bold discoveries and cutting-edge research to arts and music and a myriad of other disciplines, advanced freedom, liberty, and opportunity for the benefit of all Americans. We celebrate legends whose words and their work inspire millions and millions, not only in our country, but around the world. And we celebrate the others whose names are less well known, from those who led the fight for abolition, to factory workers and Pullman porters who built the middle class, from Tuskegee Airmen who took on both fascism and racism, to freedom fighters and freedom riders and marchers who stood tall and sat in, from astronauts who
Now, economists and lawmakers are concerned about another recession, as due to high inflation, rising the rates, and labor shortages. But what is certain is that with all these issues, American households are still struggling and need immediate assistance. According to a Newsweek poll, 63% of Americans want the Fed to issue new payments to fight inflation. And since last year, state governments have experienced historic surpluses due to inflationary costs and high spending. According to the Urban Institute, state government revenue adjusted for inflation rose 17% in the first quarter of 2022, compared to the same period in 2017. And senior research associates providing a direct assistance of direct payments is much more beneficial than enacting some income tax right now. Right now is an especially hard time for our seniors and retirees. Millions of older adults having trouble making ends meet. But according to CNN, many don't even realize help is available, and some notable programs that offer financial assistance are underused. New data shows that nearly 14 million adults that are 60 or older currently qualify for aid from the Fed program, but haven't even signed up. Also, more than 3 million adults that are 65 or older are eligible, but are not enrolled in Medicare savings programs, which pay for Medicare premiums and cost sharing. According to experts, there are several relief programs that target adults and programs funded by the Older Americans Act. So, let's see what President Biden could do.
Thank you all. I recognize myself for 5 minutes. I want to begin by expressing my profound appreciation to Chair Castor, to the entire Select Committee staff for their exceptional work over the past 4 years. This committee has played a crucial role in ensuring this Congress centers the climate crisis in everything we do. And thanks to the roadmap that we provided through our 2020 Majority Staff Report, this Congress has been the most consequential in our history in terms of climate action. We shaped and passed transformational policy through the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, CHIPS and Science Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act that will not only help reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but also grow our domestic manufacturing sector, reduce energy costs, and create good-paying union jobs. We know that clean energy is the future, and by making these investments in climate action, we're not just doing what's needed to protect the health of our planet, but we're also ensuring the United States of America outcompetes countries like China when it comes to the clean energy economy of the future. So while we've made significant progress, I also know that we as a nation have so much more work to do. I was honored when the Speaker named me to the Select Committee because the climate crisis is personal to me. I'm the proud dad of 2 great young children, and I constantly think about the world we're going to leave behind for them and for their children. It's the reason I first ran for office, to make the world a safer, healthier place for them. I know the health